Thank you. Thank you. Well, first there was show and tell, then we had the slideshows, and now we have a presentation. Whit originally helped me put the first slideshow together. Then Christine helped me enter the digital world and actually make a website. Now David has taken all those components and put them together. This is me in junior high. That's me as a ninth grader. Yeah, good haircut. This is me in high school. My parents were very supportive. This is me living in my parents' garage right before college. This is college. This is Chenard Art School that became Cal Arts. And these are murals I did with butcher paper. This is my senior show, my graduation show from Chenard. My instructors questioned what happened to me, you know. They thought they had a good student going there, and I kind of just took my own path. Yeah, these are my very first fish up here on the top center. I've done hundreds of fish, at least 500. This is my studio in Los Angeles. This is a show that I had. This is working with Bob Rauschenberg in Captiva Island. He's probably one of the most famous artists in the United States. I was a handstone lithographer. This is props that I did for the Green Tiger Press in the Booksellers Convention in Dallas, Texas. And these are black and white photographs from the play that we're doing now 20 years ago in the Lotus at the original campus. This is what the Lotus looked like at one time. I don't know how many people can remember that, but I do. So these cut-out kelp pieces are what I'm working on right now. Like I say, this is the same play. This is the Mermaid's Tale. So we're kind of revisiting history. These are some of my canvas fish. One has done hundreds of them. And this is one of my favorites. David just picked it out of the pile, and it's the motorcycle fish. And they're actually built out of cut-out plywood arches, bamboo stringers, and then canvas stretched over it, gessoed, and then pen and ink, and then oils over that. I had 2 shows at the Museum of Natural History. DC-3 fish. At Chenard, part of Walt Disney was on the board of directors, and I actually worked at Disney's for a while. So I had this kind of mindset even before I went to Disney's, but Disney just kind of backed it up for me. That's a Grand Canyon grouper, and this fish is the mackerel. One of my friends who was on the board of directors at the Museum of Natural History wanted me to do a fish for his fishing club in Baja, so that's where that one came from. A wahoo, that's what he is. The fish that didn't sell, the leftover fish from my shows, would go down to the Folk Art Museum in Los Angeles on Wilshire Boulevard. So what these fish allowed me to do is to have a great format to work on. And it's the same thing with my surfboards that you'll be seeing. I love, like I once told somebody, I would much rather build a painting than paint a painting. So that's when having a format kind of helps. It helps me. Kind of 2 for 1. This is Veracruz, the Jeff Shelton project on Santa Barbara Street with all the panels on it. The theme that Jeff used on this house is places you've been. I ended up painting 60 panels. I had the nickname the Madman. These are they're painted on hardy board. Some of the pieces are actually cut out. This is the car that we drove across the country when we came to California from Illinois in 1952. This is Paradise Cove, where I worked every summer in high school, and they don't call it Paradise Cove for nothing. It's like the southern Hollister Ranch. This is Nicaragua. Like you can tell these cowls are actually cut out and the bob wire is actually framing wire. So I kind of play a trick on you. This is one of my buddy's shops in Ventura. That's your wife, right? That's my wife. This is an interesting story. I'll tell you that when it's not X-rated. This is working in my shop at home. And these designs on the turtle's back are actually oceanic designs. You know, like the Hawaiian, the Tahitian, Pacific Rim kind of thing, New Guinea. I try to have some basis in reality. My Roadrunner going around the world. So this is the address. 521 Santa Barbara Street. That's right near the front door of the Veracruz house. Jeff calls it the Veracruz house because it backs up against Veracruz Park. This is the installation of all the panels. This is St. Barbara, obviously Santa Barbara. This is the train I used to ride with my next door neighbor before I went to school in elementary school. This is before preschool were popular. And he was a conductor on the line that ran from my hometown, Aurora, Illinois, to Chicago. So I got to ride on the train every few days. It's a great project. Jeff's a great person to work with. No, I didn't do every single one. Like this is a mountain lion. I used to live in Topanga Canyon and we'd have cats come by all the time. This is a koi, this is American eagle, a junk from a Chinese restaurant advertised on a matchbook. These are dragon images that I brought back from China. This is a turtle over here, very similar to the turtle in the hallway. These are my two birds that are down in the Diamond Time room. So yeah, I did a fair share. This is for Kelly and Marco. This is the project. This is the plaque or the key I carved for Ernie. This is Amanda Gersoff. If you knew the Gersoff twins, she's now graduating from high school. And this is a mural that she designed for John Espy's garage door. And I basically just did the work and she did all the design work. She's just a great young lady. And we used some of the principles, the Hardy board, like we did, like I did on the Veracruz house. Great spirit.
Was she still in middle school when you guys did this?
She had, I think she had just graduated. A really fun project. These are the surfboards. This is David's creativity.
Tell us about the boards.
The boards are, here's one right here. They're two planks of 1x12 knotty pine laminated together. And then I'll usually wood burn the design and then color it in. We're doing one right now for the 9th grade kayak trip. And then sometimes I do them a flip side too. So again, it makes a really great format. Just like a page in a sketchbook or a stretch canvas fish. Of course, I've done my fair share around here. Sometimes I'm self-conscious about it, but people seem to enjoy them. So, like Brian says, it all tells a story. And I love the collaboration aspect.
the heck is going on there?
Okay, I did this one when I didn't have any projects going, and I just kind of whipped this up for my Diamond Time class. There was an article in the LA Times about Mel Blanc, is it? Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Anyhow, he worked for Warner Brothers, and he came up with Donald Duck and Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam. And I just decided to do this in honor of him. And I had also gotten an announcement from Cal Arts, which, like I said, became Cal Arts after Chenard. And they had written out this invitation for people that had graduated from either one of those campuses celebrating Mel Blanch's birthday. And David was good enough to send this image to Cal Arts. Cal Arts sent this image to Mel Blanch's daughter. He had passed away. And she, in return, sent us a very nice letter. And it just shows you the power of art, how it can speak many languages, and you can send messages. I just am always intrigued by it, especially when something like this comes, when it wasn't intentional at all. This is a 9th grade project for Coco, and this is the rabbit that went down the rabbit hole, I guess. I don't know. It's my world. And that's one of the things I love doing, and I love doing here, is doing things in gratitude for people, representing all you for somebody that we really respect and love. So it's one of my favorite parts of this job. And you're welcome to join at any time. I've offered this before. If anybody would like to work with me and help develop their own project or anything else, just come down and see me. I'm usually so busy, horrible with names, and you just kind of have to come and talk to me, you know. This is a drawing I'm working on right back here for this project.
An awfully inquisitive kid there.
And it'll actually be cut out. This is the pattern that I'll cut out of plywood and paint, and then we'll hang fishing line from the different kelp leaves and then suspend fish from them. Thank you all. Love you all. Great place to be, and thank David.